Obviously a tough outcome of that football game. Hats off to Bowling Green. Won a tough game today. Made a couple more plays than we did at the end. Obviously disappointed in our ability in the second half to complete and pick up third downs. Put ourselves in a hole oftentimes with penalties that I think cost us and put us behind the eight ball, and a lot of mistakes and self-inflicted things that we have to clean up and get off the tape if we're going to improve as a football team. So, that being said, I'll take your questions.
When you look at the way the Bowling Green came back compared to the way Western Michigan came back, do you see any similarities in the way you guys finished?
Yeah, we lost both games.
Coach, how much does emotion play in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's an emotional game all the way across the board. It's an emotional week. Obviously, a game that means a lot to both communities, and everybody puts a lot of time and energy into this. Not just the players and the coaches, everybody does. So, you want to win. You want to win for your fan base. You want to win for your locker room. You want to win for your program. Today, we didn't get it done.
Jason, how do you kind of explain these dramatic momentum shifts? I mean, when things are going great for you guys, it's great, and then when it's the other way, it doesn't seem like you guys maybe have the leadership to pull you guys out of this.
Yeah, we've got some soul searching to do as it comes to when things don't go our way. We're at times I'm not going to sit here and comment on penalties, but I mean, I don't know, how many do we have? 13 of them or something like that. So I guess we're twice as undisciplined as Bowling Green is, I guess. And that falls on me, so we got to get it fixed.
Is this as tough of a loss as you've experienced with Toledo?
Don't rank them. I don't rank wins and don't rank losses.
How was their pressure in the second half able to really affect your offensive rhythm?
Well, we're starting drives inside the 20-yard line. You know what I mean? And we're making self-inflicted things that are putting you behind the sticks. And when you're consistently behind the sticks, it's hard to play rhythmic offensive football. And they know that. You know what I mean? So they I don't want to say pressure every play, but they challenge you every play. And, credit to them. When they had you back against the wall, they didn't sit back and allow you to get out of there. They kept throwing punches, and it affected us a little bit.
How much of your game plan changed kind of last minute when you had a new quarterback playing for BG, and how did he really hurt you in the second half?
Nothing really changed as far as our preparation and our plan. They had used him enough to where you've got to prepare for him each and every game. And throughout the course of a football game, like that role could expand, and you have to plan that way. We got beat on some explosive plays, on some, trick play, a couple long passes that, consistently moving the football down the field. They weren't able to do that. I mean, they had 225 total yards of offense, if I'm reading this correct. So, it wasn't consistently, methodically moving the ball. It got us on our heels a couple times. We got a pass interference call that aided them and got them down there a little bit. And then like I said, a couple explosives got out of us. The one trick play obviously was a backbreaker.
Any other questions for Coach?
Jason, the world is melting down around you guys, obviously. How do you kind of tune that out?
Well, I mean, I think that obviously you have to have enough humility to continue to tell yourself the truth on what it is that you have to improve on, whether you win the game or whether you lose the game. Like I said, it's not a want thing. Obviously, just, you want to win it for your community, you want to win it for your team, you want to win it for your locker room, your university, and everybody involved. And if it doesn't happen, or if it does happen, regardless, you have to be able to have, like I said, have enough humility, go watch the tape, fix the mistakes that are on there, and address them. And tell yourself the truth. And that's what we have to do, because there's another game next Saturday, and nobody's going to come save us and care about what just happened today.
Did you feel uncomfortable at any point in this game?
No.
How was their pressure in the second half really forcing some errant throws and just totally putting your offense behind the sticks?
Yeah, they got a good defensive line that can cause some havoc there. And like you said, we just – sometimes it was them putting us behind the sticks. Sometimes it was ourselves putting us behind the sticks. So it's just something we got to clean up offensively.
Was there something different in the second half they were showing you defensively that, maybe threw you off besides their pressure? Was there a different coverage scheme that they were throwing at you that receivers weren't as open as they were in the first half?
No, I thought I saw it pretty well today. It's just like I said, they're a fast, physical team, and they wreaked havoc there up front.
Tucker, how do you kind of explain, when things are going well, you guys just look so good, and then when things start to go the other way, it seems like it's hard for you guys to get it back, like maybe in past years. What is that, a leadership thing with the team, or is that what's
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Just offensively, like we got to do a better job of being in a rhythm. I think that's what it was in the second half. Like the first half compared to the second half. First half we were getting first downs, we were moving the football. Second half we weren't. That's the difference.
Can you talk a little bit about the environment today, what it's like to play in an environment like this, challenging for you guys? Did you motivate off of that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good crowd out there. I think they said it was a sold-out crowd. So, I mean, it's fun to play in front of a bunch of people like that.
I know once you guys put into this, you just kind of put a face on the sting of this.
Yeah, it stings for sure. But we got another one next Saturday, so can't let it sting for too long. Go home and think about it, and then tomorrow morning get back in the facility and start thinking about the next opponent.